this is the difference between men and women, though. So men, when they're like isolated, they develop that time to like self-improvement.
Well, how do you know that I didn't do that too?
Because you just told me right now that you invited a lot of people over when you were
I
alone.
didn't invite people over to my house. I spent time alone in my home, but then I went out on dates and I spent time. Why are you laughing? I don't understand like what your problem is with it.
My problem is that men and women approach that situation very differently.
Sure, but like my self-development has nothing to do with the fact that I was also involved in interpersonal relationships because I live alone and required them.
Can I ask you a question?
You required them.
Yeah, everyone requires interpersonal relationships, right? To be content and happy in the world. How would you feel if you were just by yourself for 6 months?
What's the difference between
Derek Manx one super chatted $49.99.
Ooh.
Who really expects a real man who is worthy of being called high value to give you the time of day? If you just want hookups, hit the streets. Who actually wants stability or a partner for life?
Isn't that what she literally just described?
Yeah, I mean, look, dude, I'm in my early 20s. Like, I would love to settle down one day, but like, I'm trying to
live.
Just live my
super
life.
chatted $50. When I heard Haram Bear, I was thinking the gorilla bro. Apostematism explains 3. Got no words for red, but
I
you
don't
do.
understand this comment.
Yeah, I'm trying to parse that one.
Can you explain with like maybe another $50?
Oh.
But to her Cash App.
Yes.
Okay, let's...
Well, I would love to ask a question.
Yeah, please.
Actually.
Yeah.
Why do you think that having sexual intercourse or sexual relationships and self-improvement cannot coexist?
Exactly.
I never said they can't.
You did.
I'm saying catching 4 bodies is...
I think it was 6.
Oh, you call them bodies.
6.
I think it was 6.
Oh,
Six?
see, I know everything about you just saying that you called them bodies.
Yeah,
I don't
just
need to
let me
know
finish real
anymore.
quick. I'm saying catching 6 bodies, whether you're a man or a woman, is like...
It is a lot to juggle.
Yes.
Yeah, so how can you even put time investment into self-improvement when you're trying to catch 6 bodies?
Can I chime in here for a second?
Please.
So I think that if you want to grow as a person personally, you should allow yourself to experience different things. And sometimes that means experiencing other people and their thoughts and their values, right? Think about...
When you say that, do you mean getting ran through?
Yes, Brian.
It can,
Okay, here's the difference.
get your point. Yes, Brian.
It can mean sex, but she also mentioned that they would have conversations.
Yeah,
Do you enjoy having conversations with people who can kind of challenge your thought and maybe give you a new perspective on things?
But when you think about different experiences, you're thinking about like hobbies, you know, like women's hobbies.
That was a hobby for sure.
Yeah.
Having sex was your hobby?
Well, no, having relationships with people was definitely a hobby during the pandemic because there was nothing else to do besides...
Yeah, but at the end of the day, what did it result in?
It resulted in me learning a lot about myself, actually, because now I know what I
Now
like
you know how to
and
have
dislike.
sex better,
No.
or-
Now I know what I like and dislike in a partner because
Bingo.
it wasn't just a sexual relationship. I know that that's what keeps getting brought back to. But the main aspect was actually not the sex. It was the fact that I enjoyed these people's company.
So if it was just you enjoying their company, why didn't you just enjoy their company?
Because I'm a hypersexual person and I enjoy having sex.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't understand.
Well, so why do those things have to be exclusive?
They're
why,
not, yeah,
why can't you form a connection with someone and have a sexual relationship?
Yeah.
Why do those things have to be separate?
You don't like your friends?
To be fulfilled.
Yeah, friendship is fun. I highly recommend it.
You're not friends if you're having sex.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They were definitely my friend. They weren't anything more
They're
than
my
that.
friend first,
Well,
after.
just one question on the 6 concurrent thing.
Sure.
Were you open with them that you were seeing?
Yeah, I told people that I was seeing other people. I feel like it's getting really blown out of proportion. Genuinely, really what it was is I was just dating. And when you put a label on like the number and you talk about the fact that you have slept with all of them, it sounds so dirty. Oh, she's such a hoe. But like genuinely, like we all date, right? And like the fact that I have dated 6 people at the same time and maybe one of us has dated 6 people at different times, what's the difference? You have seen and slept with the same amount of people. The timeline was just different.
So the difference is that when you say dating, you're referring to going out on dates with people. These are the people that you told to link up at, I'm guessing, your place, right?
No, we went to dinner first, which is what I said before.
And it ended in sex. sex.
Sure,
right?
because I wanted it to.
So when you're saying dating, you really mean sex.
No.
I think that there might
But
be
that's
like
definitely.
I think that there might be a difference in like the terminology that's used, maybe from just like even like women and men, because like I know a lot of people, you know, jump on the dating thing and it's like, okay, like we're exclusive, and I can be like that sometimes too. But I'm hearing like from this perspective, this is a perspective that I've never heard of before, where somebody genuinely looks at that type of interaction as like, we're dating, we're spending the time together. But then I see what you're saying as like, oh, you know, like I'm just having my fun, I'm doing my thing, I'm navigating this, like what is life, and like I see both.
Yeah.
So I think
I'm going back to what Brian said, where he's saying like it sounds like an excuse to get ran through.
I mean, that's like a really disgusting term, and I think that also that's kind of a really like
I'll just keep my hands up.
harsh thing to say to women, because you would only say that really to a woman, right? You wouldn't say that to a dude. So,
Well, I mean, it's a little different, but a man could also be.
sure, but like you wouldn't. I wouldn't sit here and say that to you if you told me you were seeing 6 people. I'd be like, great, good for you.
I just want to point something out on the whole 6 people thing. Well,
But by the way, I'm seeing literally one person now. So like this was pandemic era when I was alone.
okay.
So like now that the world is like back and like I'm doing life again, like that has gone
So
away.
are you saying that you regret?
Never.
I don't
no.
want to put words
I have
in
no
your mouth,
regret. What
but-
I'm saying though is like it was a situational opportunity that I took because I had the time and the energy to do so, and I don't see that there's a problem with that.
There isn't.
I also think that it does come down to labels, right? Because you did ask a question about labels earlier, and I feel like where this miscommunication or challenge of thought may be coming from is just a difference of labels. So you label dating one thing, and she labels dating something different.
Yeah.
And I think that's really just what it is.
Well, women that I talk to, they usually say that they date to be in relationships, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Whereas your situation was you were dating to see if you could have sex with them.
No,
Wel-
that's
welcome.
absolutely
It was
incorrect. I don't know where
dating
you got
to
that
see
from.
what I would like,
Uh-huh.
what kind of interest things, like I want to go out and do things, I want to meet new people, I want to see these types of people. Is this an attribute that I like in this person? Okay, I do. I'm going to take that home with me. And when I look for somebody that I do want to actually sit down and have a relationship with, those are the things I'm going to be looking for, that I'm going to be like, oh, that's what I want. You have all these
Well, I'm
attributes.
just going off the reality of what she
No,
said.
no, no.
get
What
railed
she
and still
said,
get to know
what she
people.
said is
That's all I'm saying.
exactly correct. What I learned is what I like and I dislike from a partner in dating, where personality, right? Like, I mean, I see you rolling your eyes. I don't really care, but like genuinely, it has
I didn't
more.
even roll my
It
eyes.
has more to do with getting to know different attributes of different people and how your own person vibes with that in a relationship, romantically, sexually, socially.
How old were you during the pandemic?
I was 21 to 23, so that also makes sense, right? I was young.
You were young,
I
right.
was drinking. I was going out to the
Did
bars.
you go to UCSB?
No, I'm
City
forever City
College.
College student. I'm
Did
still
you
there.
live in Isla Vista?
No, I'm from here, so
from
I
Santa
have my
Barbara.
own
Okay.
one-bedroom apartment on the east side.
Okay, gotcha.
Um,
Just I'm asking because you mentioned part of the reason why you wanted to date that many people at once is because you wanted to get some experience, right? But did you not?
It wasn't sexual experience. I think that's
yeah,
misconstrued. So
not sexual experience, but you said you wanted to find out what you like, what you don't like,
Correct.
whether that be sexual or in a partner.
Totally.
And so,
Sure.
Had you not been dating at all prior to this?
I was in a really crappy kind of verbally abusive relationship for 2 years where I lived with him. She experienced it. It was really bad. And genuinely, if I think about it in like a long-term thing, I probably went one pendulum swing to the other because that was just how my heart was hurt.
Okay.
And so like genuinely now that time has gone on and I've healed from that, and he is no longer a thought in my mind and no longer a feeling I need to feel. I don't feel the need to, find validation or
Sure.
go out on dates or as much. But I mean, like, it wasn't just for sex. It was more for just like dating,
Connection.
Okay,
human
so
connection.
Intimacy.
I do want to keep things moving. Guys, we will get to the soup jets here
Sorry.
in just a few minutes.